Welcome to our explainer. Today, we're opening up what I like to call the ultimate high-stakes survival guide for your home's climate control. Look, if you live in Franklin County, Ohio, you already know the weather here pulls absolutely no punches. So, drawing on some incredible expert insights directly from Grand HVAC Columbus, we are going to unpack exactly what it takes to keep your home comfortable, safe, and efficient against some seriously harsh elements.
Just imagine this scenario for a second. It's mid-July, the humidity is sitting at a suffocating 80%, you're sweating just standing still, and suddenly, silence. Your air conditioning just quit. Or, flip the script, it's January, it's 15 degrees outside, and your furnace gives out at 2 in the morning. We really need to establish right up front that an HVAC failure in these extreme weather conditions isn't just some minor inconvenience. It is a genuine emergency that can seriously impact your family's safety and your home's infrastructure.
Okay, let's dive right into this playbook. We're going to cover 1. Surviving the Columbus climate, 2. Why HVAC systems break down, 3. Crucial rules for your system, 4. Navigating codes and regulations, and 5. Whether to repair or replace.
Section 1. Surviving the Columbus climate. Surviving the extremes.
So Columbus sits squarely in the humid continental zone. What does that mean for you? It basically means your HVAC equipment is taking constant punishment year-round. On one side of the ring, you've got summer humidity regularly topping 80%, punctuated by severe storms that can literally knock out condenser units. On the other side, brutal winter freezes, welcome to Ohio, right? Dropping below 20 degrees, combined with those aggressive freeze-thaw cycles from November through March that put just an immense amount of stress on your heating equipment. And, the danger isn't just up in the air, it's right beneath our feet. Franklin County is absolutely full of clay-rich soil. When this clay gets wet, it expands. When it dries, it contracts. This constant hidden movement actually settles foundations, and here's the crazy part. It can literally pull your ductwork connections apart right down in your crawl spaces. So suddenly, you are dumping incredibly expensive conditioned air right into the dirt, driving your energy bills straight through the roof.
Section 2. Why HVAC systems break down. Mechanical failures. These weather extremes built a perfect storm for mechanical failure. In the summer, all that heavy moisture forces your AC to work major overtime. We're talking strained compressors and condensate drains getting completely clogged with algae, which shuts the whole system down. If your airflow drops, your evaporator coils will literally freeze solid, no way around it. Then in winter, older furnaces running continuously can develop cracked heat exchangers, and that is terrifying because that creates a real carbon monoxide risk. You'll also see blower motors just completely overheat and die from running for days on end.
But here's the thing, it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all problem. Different neighborhoods face totally unique battles. Just look at German and Victorian Village. Beautiful historic homes, but they've got super high ceilings and poor insulation. Aging systems simply can't cool them effectively, meaning they often need ductless mini-splits. In mid-century areas like Clintonville, you're dealing with original ductwork that desperately needs modification for modern efficiency. And even in newer suburbs like Dublin and New Albany, rapid building sometimes means rushed installations, leaving modern heat pumps improperly sized and pushed to their absolute limits.
Section 3. Crucial rules for your system. Protect your system.
Our first big rule revolves around the number 3. This is a vital, totally essential protective measure during those scorching summer heat waves.
We call this the 3-minute rule. When your AC shuts off, you absolutely must wait at least 3 minutes before you try to restart it. Why? Because refrigerant pressure actually needs time to equalize between the high and low sides of the system. If you try to fire it up too quickly, you are forcing that poor compressor to work against completely unbalanced pressure, and that leads directly to premature failure. Thankfully, most modern thermostats have a delay timer built right in, but if yours doesn't, remembering this rule is going to save your system.
Okay, our next rule revolves around a much bigger number, $5,000. This is an incredibly powerful mental shortcut for making those really tough financial decisions about your system.
It's known as the $5,000 rule. And the math here is brilliantly simple. You take your system's age in years and multiply it by the cost of whatever repair you were just quoted. If that number is greater than $5,000, it generally makes way more financial sense to just replace the unit entirely. So for example, say you've got a 12-year-old system, and the technician hands you a quote for a $500 repair. Well, 12 times 500 is $6,000. Because that exceeds $5,000, replacing that aging unit with a new energy-efficient model is absolutely going to save you more money long-term on utility bills and future breakdowns.
Section 4. Navigating codes and regulations. Navigating Ohio rules.
Have you ever heard of a manual J load calculation? It sounds a bit technical, but it's basically just a precise formula used to determine exactly what size system your specific home needs. It factors in your square footage, your insulation, window efficiency, and local climate data. A system built for Tennessee will completely fail in Ohio. If a contractor skips this step and installs an oversized system, it'll short cycle and totally fail to remove humidity. If it's undersized, it'll just run constantly and burn itself out. Proper sizing is completely non-negotiable.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how federal law actually impacts older equipment. Under EPA Section 608, technicians have to carry specific federal certification just to handle refrigerants. Furthermore, older systems often use R22 refrigerant, which is literally no longer produced in the United States. You can't just top off an old R22 system with the new standard R410A. The operating pressures and oils are totally incompatible. Trying to mix them is a disaster, meaning converting requires a complete system replacement.
On top of those federal laws, Ohio has its own strict state efficiency requirements. Building codes actually mandate a minimum 14 SEER rating for air conditioners and an 8.2 HSPF rating for heat pumps, which essentially guarantee a baseline of high energy efficiency. Your ductwork has to follow ACCA Manual D standards so you aren't stuck with annoying hot and cold spots around the house. And if you have a gas furnace, carbon monoxide detectors are absolutely mandatory. These might seem like a lot of red tape, but these minimums guarantee your system can actually handle our wild climate while actively keeping your monthly operating costs down.
Section 5. Repair or replace, making the tough call.
Let's talk about the end game. The lifespan data tells a really clear story. With proper maintenance, your furnace can reach 20 years of life. Air conditioners typically tap out between 15 and 18 years, averaging right around 16. Heat pumps, because they're working year-round, might need replacing even sooner than that. And here is a critical warning for you. Standard homeowners insurance rarely covers gradual wear and tear. If a severe storm drops an oak tree on your AC, yeah, you're covered. But if it just dies from old age and neglect, that bill is entirely on you.
When you do inevitably hit a crisis, Grand HVAC Columbus uses a super straightforward 3-step process to get you back online fast. Step 1 is a really thorough diagnosis, leading to a firm upfront quote, so absolutely no surprise fees later. Step 2 is same-visit repair completion. Because they actually stock parts for all major brands right there on their trucks, you usually aren't stuck waiting days for shipping in the freezing cold. And Step 3 is rigorous system testing, backed by a parts and labor warranty, giving you immediate relief and long-term peace of mind.
But look, it really shouldn't always have to be an emergency. As our sources highlight perfectly, regular maintenance catches small problems before they become expensive breakdowns. It is such a simple philosophy, but I promise you, it's the truest thing in homeownership. Something as incredibly basic as regularly changing your air filters prevents restricted airflow, which is literally the #1 cause of overworked, failing components. A little proactive care goes a tremendously long way.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this one question to think about. Is your current HVAC system a reliable fortress against the extreme Columbus climate, or is it basically a ticking time bomb just waiting for the next deep freeze or heat wave? Take stock of your system's age tonight. Remember the 3-minute and $5,000 rules we talked about, and please, don't wait for a 2 a.m. crisis to find out chair equipment isn't up to the task. Stay cool, stay warm, and take control of your home's climate.